All right, hello wine drinking people. Today is Wednesday, the 12th of October. We've got a lot of drinking going on this week. We've got a Argiano and Bodegas Nemo tasting tonight. We've got Raffaella Bologna here tomorrow night. Sold out, sorry folks. And then we've got another sold out event on Friday night, so I'm not even going to bother telling you about it. But we got a great lineup of events for the month of October. Check it out, and it's October. So you know what happens in October every year? Opus One is released. That's right, folks. One of the greatest, most collectible wines from California. That's right, I said collectible because if you bought the first vintage of Opus One, the 1979, for $50, the release price, it's worth $750 today. These wines do go up in value. There's a huge demand for Opus One around the world, and there's a lot of naysayers. A lot of people say Opus One, been there, done that. You know, the wine's not the best wine you can get in Napa Valley, but you know, that's not what Opus One is about. Although, I'm sorry, that is what they're about, being the best. But they don't care if they get, the highest score in the Wine Spectator or Robert Parker. This is a wine that sells regardless of score. What Opus One has created is a luxury item. And this is a brand that has demand all over the world. It's sold in 70 countries around the world. And when you look at California wine, there's no question the great Robert Mondavi did more for California wine than anybody in the recent history. And also the same thing about the Baron Philippe de Rothschild from Bordeaux. Nobody did more than the Baron did in recent history. Both of these men are no longer with us on this earth, but their legacy will last forever. Mouton Rothschild being elevated to a first growth. Then Opus One, in its short 32-year history, becoming an icon of not just California, but the wine world. As I mentioned before, this brand is sold in 70 countries. It is very hot in Japan, very hot in China, and they even sell it in France. That's right, folks. We had David Pearson here at the Great Wine Seminar in 2010. You should have heard the French guys, Andre Lurton, Pierre-Emanuel Taittinger, or Pierre Lurton, and Eric Rousseau, saying, wow, what a great wine this is. And these are three French guys, and they rarely hear them waxing poetic about California wine. But Opus One, for the first few years, was made as a collaboration between the winemakers. Tim Mondavi and Patrick Rothschild got together. They locked him up in a room, and these guys, took them a week to figure out the initial blend. But that 1979 is still drinking beautifully today. And we've had that wine a couple of times over the last few years. And, of all the old wines, we've actually put 26 vintages of Opus on the table. And of all the old wines, a lot of people on that first tasting, we did 26 vintages a few years back at Cafe Max, thought the 79 was the best wine on the table. But the thing surprising to me, every vintage was still drinkable. Not many people can do that, put 26 wines in concession on the table and have them still be great today. Opus One has done that. And today they may be making the best wine of this winery's history. Oh, it's getting some of the best scores. And, the allocation just keeps on going down. We only have 54 bottles on this offering, so check it out if you want to get your new release of Opus One here at the Wine Watch. You better act fast because we don't got a whole lot this year, folks. 2008 was a short harvest. All right, I'm your host, Andrew Lamposoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.